The uprising against the Aksumite kingdom of Ethiopia, by the beautiful warrior queen, came as an attempt to resist domination by Semitic Christian forces of one nation. She was the strongest and fearless in the history of ancient East African queens. During the Queen upsurge, the Axumite king at the time sent letter to the Patriarch of Alexandria, Egypt, pleading for him to send whatever forces were possible from the Christian world to aid and help against an unknown warrior queen, who rode at the head of a horsebacked army that was systematically decimating his kingdom. However, it was too late. Her military strategy was very powerful, which easily destroyed the Axumites' experienced army. Her amazing life has secured her place in history as a warrior, military strategist, and powerful ruler. Her attack came so swift and efficiently, that the Aksumite forces couldn't handle this powerful army's attack. She has such grace that made Aksumite army simply scattered in her army's wake. The history of Ethiopia, where the official chronicles yet attempt to overlook her existence as an aberration. They named her as Esato, which means fire in Amharic, and as a prostitute who slept with priest and was exiled for having tempted him. However, history is all around us, in ceremonies and songs, in the landscape, in buildings and roads, the clothes we wear. It's part of family life, both in oral history handed down across the generations, and events experienced firsthand by elders. Neither was she married a Syrian Jew and became a Jewess herself. Rather, she was a legitimate member of the indigenous people Ethiopia who follow indigenous African religion. The negative narrative view about the queen was only the result of a later hatred to deny accepting the idea of a woman on the Ethiopian throne. In fact, she conquered Aksum, and terminated the domination for over 700 years by Alexandrian alliance on the affairs of Ethiopians. She has done what no other kings and queens have ever done, for which she brought an end to that nation-state's reign of power of one nation. She burned Aksum in battle and destroyed churches, and restored peace and order. She ruled for at least 40 years unchallenged. She expanded the border of Ethiopia to the west and south, including the provinces of Gojjen, Bagandar, and up onto the Sidama provinces, where she is known as Gaiwa, where the Aksum never reached. She ruled the country with authority and founded a new, strong Zagu dynasty which was to last for about 300 plus years. Despite the negative view of Ethiopian history, many historians attributed her as a warrior, a military strategist and powerful ruler. She's from one of the Kushite line of Haga people living in southern Wollo of Oromo region. Her name got the meaning of the greatest in Oromo language. She is Gudit, and the world knows her as Queen Gudit. This is Isaac Mo from Bool to Media. Every moment happens twice, inside and outside, and they are always two different histories. However, we are not makers of history, we're made by history.